And this is to show you that America is not Nigeria. Things do work. So the FBI announced that it's going to start releasing criminal information about this president.
If you see me in the streets, better holler at me. Seeking for a beat, throw them dollars at me. I don't like defeat, take that away from me. You tryna be like me, you couldn't handle my story. But we gon' let you know, we gon' let you know. We gon' let you know, we gon' let you know.
Hey guys, sometimes I do wonder the type of leaders that we Africans elect into office. Now if you don't know who this is, man, they call me Jay, and I'm a motherlandian, man. I live out in the diaspora, and for the past couple of days, man, I've been dropping vlogs to talk about issues from Africa, man. And today we are going to talk about Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, please, before we get started, please do hit that like button, share, and of course it's definitely going to be an honor to have you be part of our family. And I mean, subscribe. Think about subscribing. Ladies and gentlemen, recently the Nigerian president, he goes by the name President Tinubu Bola Ahmed. This man just sued the FBI. Yes, let me repeat that. The president of Nigeria just sued the FBI. Yes, the FBI, you know, that FBI. Langley, Virginia. Yes, that FBI. Now, I don't know if it's CIA that is in Langley, but you get the whole point. And ladies and gentlemen, this man has sued the FBI because there's actually a case going on in the United States about this man. Now let me give you some background story on this whole lawsuit and all this whole information. So apparently Mr. Bola Tinubu studied in America, and he's lived in America. And back in the days, man, it was very normal for Africans to venture out to study and then go back to Africa, because when you look at the political elites in Africa, most of them have their educations done outside. Don't ask Misterjaay why. So this man, he went to the US, and of course, legends have it, he got involved with, you know, with drug trade. And this man caught a case in Chicago, and apparently he didn't show up, and he forfeited about $400,000. Now, to my Nigerian audience, if I missed something, please do not forget to leave a comment and correct Mr. J. So this man returned to Nigeria, and just like any other African who knows that they ain't up to nothing, he got involved into politics. Now let me just say this, Africa is one of those continents where majority of people get into politics not because they want to bring about some kind of change. Most African political elites, they get into politics because they want to enrich themselves, or they are power hungry. That being said, this man came home and he got involved into politics, and it just so happens that in Nigeria, before you get into politics, into public office, you are supposed to show proof of some kind of education, your qualification, what makes you qualified to be in that position. And this man created some mumbo jumbo story of him studying in Chicago. Now that case has been in the spotlight for the past couple of months because a whole lot of people have been talking about it, and a political rival, man, Mr. Atiku, Abubakar Atiku, who is of the opinion that Mr. Tinubu, President Tinubu, does not qualify, is not the right person to be in the presidential seat, and he took it out to the United States. And he hired a lawyer, and they were going after this man's academic paperwork. And it was realized that every information that this man provided was a forged certification. was a fraud. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know that when you look at Nigeria, when you look at Africa, the whole world, the image about Nigeria or Africans, especially Nigerians, is not being the best. We're going to call a spade a spade. And that doesn't mean that every Nigerian is crooked. I've met some very smart and intelligent Nigerians. I have some of my Nigerian friends, some that are engineers, doctors, man, pilots, IT specialists. That is not to take anything from the fact that Nigeria is a beautiful country. So Mr. Atiku filed a lawsuit that he wants to ensure that the documentation that Mr. Tinubu provided was accurately the right one. But a whole lot of discrepancies were proven. And then based on that lawsuit, they were supposed to start releasing information. Now this information came into spotlight, and then the FBI, mind you, the FBI also stated that they have a whole lot of ish about this man that they are going to start releasing. Now I think they were going to start releasing about 500 pages of this man's activities in the United States decades ago. Now this man feeling the heat burning, this man understanding that he's about to be exposed, this man countersued and asked the courts in Chicago not to expose his documents, not to do anything because it's going to cause him irreversible damages. Now if you ask me, I don't know what type of irreversible damages is going to cause to you. If you as the individual know that whatever information you provided was accurate, you should not be worried. You should not be bothered about the fact that some of these information about to be exposed. You should be happy to show that you are the rightful person. But we all know how African political elites are. Entitlement. And they all know that sometimes when you deal with the foreign power, it's not like dealing with your home base. Because they have taken this case right up to the courts in Nigeria, and we know that some of these people in courts in Africa are always in the pockets of these political elites. So the courts didn't do anything else. But guess what courts and what country, what judiciary system is about to expose them? The United States of America. And this is to show you that America is not Nigeria. Things do work. So the FBI announced that it's going to start releasing criminal information about this president, and that information is going to make Nigeria look like a laughing stock to the world, and that man in that office is not the rightful person. That man he will bring so much disgrace. So what does he do? He sues the FBI. Suing the FBI to try to stop the release of his criminal history of his time in the US. And boy, we are going to see a whole lot, because allegedly it is said that this man was involved in a whole lot of identity theft, drug peddling, a whole lot of criminal activities which he apparently doesn't want the people in Nigeria to know. But ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this before I end this. The money and the resources that this man is going to use to file or to sue the FBI, I don't know who is advising this man. I don't know if Nigerians do actually think that this man is the rightful person who is supposed to be their president. But this is dragging the name of that beautiful country in the mud. Nigeria is Africa's giant. When you talk about the #1 country in Africa, we're talking about Nigeria, population-wise, resource-wise, that is Nigeria. But politics has made Nigeria look so, man, transparency is not there. So I would throw back this question at you. Do you think that this man can ever win this lawsuit that he's filed against the FBI? And do you think that he's trying to pull a Donald Trump move? But whatever the case, man, we are going to get that information. It might not be now, but eventually I know that the FBI is going to release that. Man, that's my time, man. Yo, to all of my Nigerians, man, I do pray that you guys really get somebody that is really, really qualified to lead that country, because that country, with all what Nigeria has, Nigeria just needs a good political leadership. And once that is in place, Nigeria is going to beat any other country in that region. I'm talking about from Africa all the way. You feel me? That's my time, man. You guys be good. We out of here. Peace.
Creation, reaction, God. Big up TRB family. Misterjaay, I see you. I know some artists don't do this. God bless you and your families.